Hello everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel, and welcome to a new playthrough on the channel. Before we get started, I do want to mention, in case you're hearing the background noise, I just started the dishwasher, but I've got the door closed to try to deaden some of the sound. So hopefully that's not coming through too much. But we're back to the Terra Mystica universe again after last night's video of Terra Mystica. This time we're moving to space to play Gaia Project. Similar to Terra Mystica, our goal here is to build up the living space for our civilization. But again, this time we're doing it in a more sci-fi setting. So our goal is to once again have the most victory points at the end of the game. With that, let's go meet our now familiar opponent. There eventually will come a day that we're playing as the Taklons, but that day is not today. So they don't use their faction sheet like normal. What they have is a special ability instead for their faction action. When this comes up, they'll place a mine, take a power QIC action, and they'll get 2 victory points. The tiebreaker for their planet is the shortest distance one of mine, so they're trying to crowd me in. Then we'll take a look at their round booster that they have. This will be one of the ones available during the game. You get 2 credits for a trading station, and you get an ore on income phase. I believe those are actually called trading stations. I thought they were called something different. They're probably technically trading houses in Terra Mystica, but I always called them trading stations. I know they have a different name in Age of Innovation, but we'll come back to that when we get that back to the channel later this month. But we can tip up to the research track and go through that, including the other round. And we'll be missing one round booster, but I'll go through that when I get to my stuff. So for our other round boosters, we've got a choice of take a mine with a free special action to build a mine with a free terraforming step and gain 2 credits on income phase. Let me grab an action token that I can attach to that. And I just realized that I wasn't attaching coins to the tiles in Terra Mystica yesterday. So I was kind of screwing that up. Anyway, on this round booster, you charge 4 power on income phase, and when you pass, you get 4 points for every what is that called? Planetary Institute is what that is, and a university on the board. So 4 points per one of those. This one gives you a knowledge on income and 3 victory points per I think it is academy. No, these are research labs. 3 points per research lab when you pass. And then, like I said, we've got one more, but we'll go through that when I go through my faction. But we need to look at our various tiles as well. So each research track will have both a basic tech tile and an advanced tech tile tied to it. To be able to take one of the advanced tech tiles, you have to be at level 4 or 5 on the respective track and have a Federation token to exhaust. As far as the basic tech tiles, if you take one from that's on a track, you have to advance up that track. But if you take one of the tech tiles that's not attached to a track, you can advance up any track. So let's go through each track. The terraforming track makes your terraforming steps easier to take. And each track will also give you 3 power when you cross the respective threshold. So let's take a look at our tech tiles. Tied into the terraforming track, first we have 1 ore and a QIC on income, 1 time. I'm not sure how in love I am with that. Tied into the what is that range? That track, that's the navigation track. Tied into the navigation track, we have 4 credits on income phase. Tied to the artificial intelligence track, we have gain an ore and charge a power during income phase. I don't like that being, well, I was going to say I don't like that being there, but I can probably deal with it. Next up, special action to gain 4 power on income phase, or as a special action to charge 4 power. On the economy track, we have knowledge and a credit during income phase, and tied to the knowledge track. Gain a knowledge per planetary type you've colonized. And then not tied to a track where we can advance on any if we take one of these. We have a straight 7 victory points. Next up, when you're forming federations, planetary institutes and academies, not academies, research, no, those are academies. Planetary institutes and academies are worth 4 power, whereas they're normally worth only 3. And every time you put a mine down on a Gaia planet, you get 3 victory points. Next, let's look at the advanced tech tiles. Also, we'll look at the Federation token that's tied to the terraforming track. There's normally one at the top. This is the 12 victory point tile. So I'm not in love with that being there because we can't then use that to immediately take another advanced tech tile. So to basically be able to advance up to the top of a track or take an advanced tech tile. Speaking of advanced tech tiles, near the top of the terraforming track we have one time gain 5 victory points per Federation token you have at the time you take it. At the top of the navigation track, special action to gain 3 knowledge once per round. At the top of the artificial intelligence track, special action once per round to gain a QIC and 5 credits. At the top of the Gaia Project track, gain 2 victory points every time you advance on a research track. On the economy track we have, every time you pass, gain 3 victory points per research lab you have out. And at the top of the knowledge track we have, gain 3 victory points for every Federation token you have when you pass. That's everything on the research track. Now let's go through our endgame scoring. Similar to Terra Mystica, we can gain victory points via actions during each round. So for round 1, our action is putting out our planetary institute or a universe or an academy. Gain 5 victory points if you're able to do that. The Automa will get no victory points. The tiles are laid out a little bit different. The Automa has their special point values at the top. They get these points if it comes out during round 1, 2, or 3. These points if it's during 4, 5, and 6. Round 2 for this game, putting mines on Gaia planets. 3 victory points if we're able to do that. The Automa will get 2 either way. Round 3 will be all about putting mines down. 2 victory points for that. The Automa will get 4 victory points at the end of the round. Round 4, 4 victory points for every trading station you're able to put out, and the Automa will get 6 victory points. Next up, mines on Gaia planets. Again, this time it's worth 4 victory points, and the Automa will get 2 at the end of the round. And for round 6, every terraforming step you take is worth 2 victory points. The Automa will get 6 victory points. I almost forgot to set up that we both start at 0 victory points on both of our actual endgame goals. And yes, I'm spoiling slightly what color I'm going with, but we'll go through that in a minute. First, we need to go through our actual endgame goals. So our first endgame goal is about the total number of buildings you have in, I believe that's in federations. Let me just double check that. Is it on this? No. Ah, here it is. Yep, that are part of Federations, and the Lost Planet, which can be gained at the top of level 5 counts. The neutral player will be in orange, and we'll start at 10 for that. I'm just going to double check something here. Because I know there's a specific way that that the Automa interacts with that token in particular. Total number of structures and subtract 1 from it to determine total number of structures and federations. Okay. I'm just double checking one more thing. Planet not adjacent. Okay. And then the other scoring tile, the other endgame goal. I believe that's most structures in... That's not most structures in federations. That's built the most satellites. So satellites are used when you're building federations. And there's a number in the lower right corner. That's how I know what the dummy player is starting at. The dummy player for purposes of scoring. They start at 8 on that tile. That'll do it for the end of game scoring and the round bonus actions. Now let's finally meet our faction for today. We're playing today as the Nevlas, one of the white factions. As far as what they get for special abilities, we can move a power from Bowl 3 to the Gaia area for a knowledge, but that will follow all rules of the Gaia area, which will put it back in Bowl 1 during the Gaia phase. So we might actually have to pay attention to the Gaia phase this round. Usually we just blow through that. When our Planetary Institute's on the board, any power in Bowl 3 can be spent as if it were 2 power. But any excess power that I believe that's what that is. Yep. Otherwise, they count as 1 power token for other purposes. And when paying for a power action with an odd power cost, any excess power from spending it as 2 is lost. So we might want to try to rush out the Planetary Institute, but we're also, well, we'd mostly clean ourselves out of credits doing that, but it's a temptation. Let's tip up to the board, though, so we can see our initial mine placements. So we placed down here toward the center and all the way out over here, mostly so I can get at these 1 terraforming step planets for us. The Automa is placed toward the center of the board, and they've got 1 up there. So I think that's everything set up. Oh, I didn't go through the last round booster, which is the one we have. 2 credits and a QIC on income. QIC can be used in a couple of different ways. We can spend it to increase our range by 2, or to make a Gaia planet habitable. So if I wanted to reach this Gaia planet over here, which might be a tempting thought in round 2, I would need 2 QIC cubes. I'd need 1 to make it habitable, and another to reach it. Similar logic out here. That might not be tempting until later, but I'm getting ahead of myself there. With that, we are all set to get into this game, so let's jump in with our first income phase. On income phase, we get 3 ore going up to 7. 2 knowledge, 1 for what's uncovered here, 1 because we start 1 level up on the knowledge track. 2 credits, and another QIC cube. And then tipping up to the board for our first round. There is a temptation to just rush the Planetary Institute out. Problem is I would mostly clean myself out on credits if I wanted to do that. And that might actually be worthwhile. So I think I am going to do that. I'm going to spend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 credits and 2 ore. I'll upgrade this this mine to a trading station. Then the Automa taking their first action, just like in Terra Mystica, they'll use 2 cards. This is their support card, this is their action card. So they're building a mine, neither scoring tile matters, within range 2 and coming up from the bottom of the board. So they can build... So what's adjacent to them? Actually, is Range isn't the first tiebreaker, I don't think. I've always assumed that it is. Planet type requiring the fewest steps to get to within range 2. So they would need... So it's range first. So actually, no, it's number of terraforming steps first. So they could get here, here. And I think that's it for now. Those take 1 terraforming step for them to get to. Next tiebreaker is planet closest to any of my planets. So they would be building... So if I'm so I believe they build right here because it's one of the planets closest to me. That's not it. Okay, so final scoring tiebreaker. If it applies, neither one matters. Planet type requiring the fewest steps. So it is going to be this planet that they're getting to. They'll gain 1 victory point for that. And since that's a 2-power building for me, I can spend 1 victory point to charge 2 power, and I will, to move both of it into bowl 1. Or into bowl 2. Now for my next action, I will clean myself. I'll bring myself down to 5 credits and 1 ore. And I will upgrade this trading station to a planetary institute, which will give me 5 victory points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now once power starts moving into bowl 3, I can spend that as if it were... I can spend that power as if it were 2. And then the auto is into their perpendicular section of their deck, so they're potentially passing. They're not passing, and the way we'll know that is that icon will be green. So they're going up on a research track. They're going up 4 from the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're going up on the artificial intelligence track and getting no victory points for that. For my turn, I'm going to spend my 4 knowledge. And which track do I want to go up? I think we're going to go up the... I think I'm going to go up the... What track do I want to go up? I'm not even sure what strategy I really want to deploy with this faction. It's my first time ever playing them. I think I kind of want to deploy a strategy that gets me a lot of power. I'll probably end up leaning on that. So I'm going to go up the economy track this game. And then the Automa is still potentially passing. They are passing. So they will take the middle round booster. And they get no victory points because that was one of the tiles that came up. So we'll rebuild the deck. Giving this a quick shuffle. And a cut. I kind of wouldn't have minded grabbing the tile that they took, but can't really do anything about that at this point. As for me, I think with 1 ore, if I wait until next round, I can probably get to one of these 2 Gaia planets, since I've got the QIC cubes to do it. I think I am going to pass. And I'm going to take the... build a mine with a free terraforming step and 2 credits on income phase. Mostly because I need the credits badly. Although I can probably get credits easily enough next round. So that tile's over to me now. I'll flip that over. Actually, they should be placing a mine, or they should place a satellite. They'll place a satellite. For getting here, I think they'll place one here. So this can go back to the box. Where are my rest of my round tiles? It's not those. Ah, here we are. Just trying to work on making cleanup as easy as possible for me when this game's over. Anyway, that will do it for round 1. Round 2 now is all about putting mines on Gaia planets. On income phase, I get 2 ore, 2 knowledge, 2 credits. Actually, I get 4 credits because I'm up on the knowledge track, or not the knowledge track, the economy track. I'll get to charge 5 power, a total of 5 power, and gain a new one. I'll charge the 5 power first, and then I'll gain the new one. So now I have 10 power that's ready to spend. I wonder. This does not count as spending power. Okay. Okay, so now that we've got that figured out, the Automa passed first, so they're the first player this round. Once again, their first action for the round. They're building a mine. The bottom scoring tile matters, but I don't think it does anything for them to have that matter. It's built the most satellites? No. So that wouldn't matter to them. Within range 2, taking the fewest terraforming steps. So since they didn't build here because of the tiebreaker last time, they are building here. And since it's adjacent, they don't get another satellite. They get 1 victory point for that, bringing them up to 2. For my turn, this runs about mines on Gaia planets, huh? Well, I'll spend 2 credits, 1 ore, and both of my QIC cubes. Like I said, I need 1 to extend the range and a 2nd to make the Gaia planet reachable. I'm going to reach this Gaia planet with a mine, and that will give me 3 victory points, bringing me up to 17. Looking at the Automa's next turn, what they're doing is they're trying to upgrade. They're trying to go trading station to planetary institute, but they can't do that. And then they're trying to go mine to trading station, which they can do, coming up from the bottom of the board. So they're upgrading this mine to a trading station and getting 1 victory point. And then since my planetary institute's right here, I can spend 2 victory points to charge 3 power, and I will. So 1, 2, 3, which means now I have 2, 4, actually 6, 7. I have 14 power ready to go, which means I could take a lot of power actions here. So what do I want to do here? This could be a good round to start expanding, to be honest. The problem is I'd be short 2 ore if I wanted to go to this planet. I could come out to this one, which for 3 power, I think I will. So I'll take 3 power. I'll spend 3 power. I'm spending 4 power. The odd power I'm spending is going to be lost. So I'm going to build a mine with a free terraforming step, which will cost me still 2 credits and an ore to put a mine down on this planet right here. Then the Autumn is potentially passing here. Where's their... Okay, so they took that. So the Autumn is potentially passing here. They're not. They're going up on a track 1 from the left. So they're going up on the terraforming track and gaining no victory points. For my turn, I think I'm going to spend 4 power to gain 2 knowledge. So that brings me up to 4. The Autumn is still potentially passing. They're not. They're taking a QIC action, 4 from the left, blocking off gaining 7 credits, and gaining 3 victory points, going up 1, 2, 3 to 7. For my turn, I'm going to spend the 4 knowledge to advance up the economy track again. The Automa is on their last card of the round. The only question is if they're taking the action or not. They are taking the action, and it's an Automa. It's a faction action. So they're building a planet. They're building a mine closest distance to one of my planets. So within range 3. So within range 3, I think they can probably just come right here, because that's adjacent to one of my planets. Then they'll take a QIC action, which is 3 from the left. 3 blocking off taking a tactile, and gaining 2 victory points for that, which I'll spend 2 more of mine to charge 3 power, working it up into bowl 4. For me, I'm thinking I'm probably pretty much tapped out at this point, because I can't really use the build a mine with a free terraforming step. I also don't have the QIC. I also don't have the QIC cube to do anything with that. So yeah, I think I'm pretty much done here, which means I'll have to pass. That will give me first player back, though. I'll take the 2 credits and a QIC on income. Actually, no, it doesn't give me first player. It makes the Automa still the first player. They get 2 victory points. So they go up to 10, and the Automa gets their deck shuffled with a new card in it. Which they should have, hang on. Okay, they took their faction action, so they should have this token right now. Does that change what token I'm taking, what round booster I'm taking? And I think the answer is no, it doesn't. Yeah, no, it doesn't change what round booster I'm taking. So we'll get that. One, two, 3, get turned. Power tokens come off the board. That round bonus action gets returned to the box. And then we'll be into round 3 next, where the plan is about putting mines on the board. On income phase, I get... right, these are all flipped over. So I will get 4 credits, 2 for this, 2 because I'm up a level on the economy track. So I get 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 ore, which brings me up to 5. 2 knowledge. And a QIC cube. I'll also gain 4 power. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I will gain a new power, which I need right here. That always goes into bowl 1. Tipping up to the board. Getting ready for the Automa's first turn of the round. They get 2 cards from the deck. Their first action. They're taking a power QIC action, 2 from the right. So they're blocking off free score of Federation token. And getting 3 victory points for that. 1, 2, 3. So we're even up at 13. My first turn, I don't think I'm putting any mines out this round, which is unfortunate. So the Automa's probably going to run away with this one. Well, actually... there's this planet out here that I could get to. I would need the QIC cube to reach it, which I think is worth it. That's going to cost me 3 power Problem is there are a lot of Gaia planets toward the center of the board, and my range isn't that great right now. So, yeah, I think we'll spend 3 power to take the build a mine with a free terraforming step, which I'll spend 2 credits and an ore and a QIC cube to reach this planet, because I only need 1 step for that. So I'll put that mine there, and I will get 2 victory points. 1, 2. For the Automa's next action, they're trying to upgrade. And now do they have a trading station on the board? They do. So I can upgrade that to their Planetary Institute and get 3 victory points. So I'll upgrade that trading station to their Planetary Institute, get 3 victory points. 1, 2, 3. And I'll spend 2 to charge 3 power. Let's see, for my next action, I still have 8 power available to me if I want to use it, which would be just 3 knowledge, I think. I think that's probably worth it, though, so I'll spend my 8 power to gain 3 knowledge. 1, 2, 3. As for the Automa's next turn, they are taking a power QIC action, 3 from the right, 1, 2, 3, which would be gaining 2 new power and gaining 1 victory point. So they're up to 17. As for me, I'm going to spend my 5 knowledge going down to 1 to advance up a track. I'm going to go up the... I'm going to go up the economy track again, which will let me charge 3 power. So that'll give me 3 of the power back that I spent. The Automa's potentially passing since they're into the perpendicular section of their booster. They are not. They're building a mine. Lower scoring token matters, except it doesn't for them. Range 2 coming up from the bottom of the board, so fewest terraforming steps for them. There's probably going to be this Gaia planet right here that only costs them 1 step. Yeah, those 2 take 3. Actually, it's one of these 2 Gaia planets, I think. Because they both take 1... Okay, so they don't have any brown planets in range 2 of them. No. What about 1s? It's yellow, black, and Gaia planets. So they've got this one they can get to, this one they can get to, and I think that's it. And then they come up, then directional selection says they come up from the bottom of the board, so they're building here. So they're building a Gaia planet here, placing a satellite, and gaining 1 victory point. So they're up now to 18. Let's see, for my turn, I could form a federation. Well, could I form a federation? Because I would need... How many satellites would I need for that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'd have to clean myself out of power, but I could do it. And that would give me, well, that would give me a jump on both of the scoring tokens. I'm not sure how in love I am with that idea, though. Yeah. Especially now with so much power getting ready to move into Bowl 3. I'd feel a lot better about spending if it was in Bowl 1. But given that a lot of it's in Bowl 2 right now, I mean, I'd cycle through it faster, but there's that to consider as well. I think I'm going to pass, though. Since I don't have any QIC to reach... Well, am I going to pass, though? I don't think I am, actually. I think we're going to instead start working on some of these upgrades. So I'm going to spend So since this mine's within range 2 of this opposing mine, I'm going to spend 3 credits, going down to 4, and 2 ore, which will bring me down to 2, to upgrade this mine into a trading station. Actually, I wouldn't have had the strength to form... Actually, yes, I would have had the strength to form the Federation then, but that just makes it even a little bit easier on me to do that. The Autumn is potentially still passing here. And they are passing, so they'll get 4 victory points for the round action. 1, 2, 3, 4. And they'll take this tile. Look at their deck rebuilt. One, two, three. Okay, so that's all done. They're still first player, and I gave them their 4 victory points already. As for me, I think I'm passing here. I'm going to sit tight and get ready for next round. Question is, what do I want for next round? I think... The question is, what do I think I'm putting... Do I think I'm putting anything out next round that's going to impact scoring? Trading stations are next. So the trading stations and the ore on income are a consideration. I already have my Planetary Institute out, so that tile is a consideration as well. And that would move most of my power into both 3 where I could use it. Yeah, I think we're going to take the 4 points for Planetary Institutes and Academies out, and 4 power on income phase. So those power tokens come off. The mine scoring mine bonus action tile goes back to the box. And then we're all set for round 4, where the focus is putting out trading stations. I totally forgot that I'm charging 3 power on income phase, so I grabbed that mostly for the victory point boost. So I'm going to be charging a lot of power here. I get 2 knowledge. I get 2 knowledge first. We'll do the easy part. Then I get 6 credits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then I'm going to end up ultimately charging a total of... Actually, I'm going to gain the power first. I think I'm still going to end up with all of it in both 3 anyway. Then I charge a total of 11 power. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So now I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. I've got a total of 18 power ready to go. That's a lot. Now I probably could form that federation. I also get... did I count? I think I accounted for... Oh, I haven't done my ore yet, so I've had 4 ore. So now the question is, do I have enough of everything to be able to put both a trading station and a research lab out? And I think the answer is yes. I might even be able to put... I might potentially be able to put 2 research labs out this turn, but I'm getting ahead of myself there. The problem with that is I need some of the power. I need 2 of the power actions to be available. Let's see if the Autumn is going to cooperate with me on that. First up, they're advancing on a research track, 5 from the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're going up on the navigation track and not getting any victory points. I think my first order of business then is going to be to spend 4 power to get 2 ore. To get 2 ore. going up to 8. My next order of business will probably be on another power action if the Automa doesn't take that away from me. They're looking to upgrade. They can't upgrade their Planetary Institute, obviously, so they're looking to upgrade to a trading station. Coming down from the top of the board on Planetary Selection says they're upgrading this mine to a trading station and getting 1 victory point, going up to 23. Now for my turn, next order of business is another power action to gain 7 credits, which will bring me up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to 17. Now looking at the Automa's next turn, they are advancing on their highest track. So they're going up on, and one from the left in case of a tiebreaker, they're going up on their terraforming track and getting 1 victory point, going up to 24. Now for my turn, I think I have everything I need, so I'm all set to go to work. Which means 1, 2, 3 credits and 2 ore. Yep, 2 ore to upgrade this mine to a trading station, and that will give me 4 victory points. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm up to 17. As for the Automa, their next turn is they're putting a mine down. Top scoring tile matters, except it's building in federations within range 2 and coming down from the top of the board. So do they have any brown planets in range 2? They don't. How about anything that takes 1 step in range 2? Anything that is 1 step in range 2. It's going to be this Gaia planet. And I think that's where they're building. Yeah, that's the only planet within range 2 I see of them. So I think that's, or with only planet in range 2 that takes a Gaia step. So they put a satellite down here. They get 1 victory point for that. I'll spend a victory point to charge 2 power. Then looking at my next turn, I think I will go ahead and upgrade this trading station for 5 credits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 3 ore. I'll upgrade that trading station to an academy, or to a research lab. And which tech tile do I want? I think I'll take the 4 credits on income. That's tied to the navigation track, so I will go up that, which will give me a QIC cube. And then the Automa's potentially passing here. They are not. They're taking a power QIC action, 4 from the right. 2, 3, 4, which blocks off the gain 2 new power, and they get 3 victory points, going up to 28. For my next turn, do I pull the trigger and get another research lab on the board? Which tile would I even want coming off of that? The knowledge one would give me 1, 2, 3, 4 knowledge. And that would send me up the knowledge track further. Yeah, I think we'll do that. So that'll bring me down to 4 power and clean me out of ore to upgrade this trading station to another research lab. And I'll take the 1 knowledge per planetary type I've colonized, which right now is 1, 2, 3, 4 knowledge, bringing me up to 7, and I'll go up on the knowledge track. The Automa is still potentially passing. They're not passing. They're taking a faction action to build a mine within range 3 from one of my planets. Can they get here? Yes, they can. So they're going to build a mine there, take a QIC action, 1, 2, 3, block off taking a tech tile for 4 QIC, get 3 victory points, 1, 2, 3. I'll spend 1 to charge 2 power. That way it's all back there, ready to go. My turn. I'm going to spend the 4 knowledge I just got to go. And spend the 4 knowledge to advance up the navigation track. So now I only have to worry about spending QIC cubes for inhabiting Gaia planets. And then the Autumn is on their last card in the deck for the round. The only question is if they're taking the action or not. They are not. They're taking this cube, this tile, and they'll get 6 victory points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're up to 37. They're very much running away with this game. I've got to see if I can catch up, but I don't think that's likely at this point. Well, I can at least make it interesting. And I think what I'll do here is I'm going to spend 4 more power to gain 2 knowledge, which will bring me up to 5 knowledge. So I've got run of the board here for a little while. Then I'm going to spend 5 knowledge to advance up the navigation track again, which will let me charge 3 power and give me a QIC cube. My range is still 2. So I'm actually putting myself in somewhat okay-ish position for next round. But I think I'm going to... I think I'm going to... I think I'm going to pass here because I'm basically tapped... Well, I kind of want to use this power if I can, since I'm going to be charging a lot of it again next round. I'm going to spend my 8 power to gain another 3 knowledge, which will bring me up to 4. Then do I want to spend that down? Yes, I do want to spend that. I am going to spend that down. I'm going to go up the... What track do I want to go up is the next question. I think... Do I need much more than range 2 right now? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think I need more than range 2, so I'm just going to go up the terraforming track to give me 2 ore. Try to get myself somewhat set up for next round, because I know I'm picking up a lot of power again. But I am going to pass here, since I'm basically completely tapped out at this point, and I want to make sure I'm in position to grab these 2 Gaia planets on my next round. So I'm going to pass there. I'll get 4 victory points since I have my Planetary Institute out. That'll bring me up to 19. And I think the booster I need is the 2 credits and income and QIC on income. So the Autumn needs their deck rebuilt. It would help if I actually remember that. One, 2, 3. I gave the Autumn their 6 victory points already. Which means the trading station can go back to the box. We're into round 5 now, and our goal here is putting down mines on Gaia planets. On income phase, I gain a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 ore, going up to 6. 7 credits, going up to 11. Actually, 9, going up to 13. 3 knowledge. Actually, 6, 9. Yep, I did total that up. QIC. And I gain I'll charge the power first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I'll gain a new power into bowl 1. Now I'm not quite as set up as I probably still have enough to at least get both those Gaia planets that I was eyeing. But let's see what the Automa is doing their first round, or their first action of the round. They are starting by advancing on their highest track. That's their terraforming track again. So they're up to level 3. My first action of the round, do I need any of the power QIC actions? I think the answer, I could potentially use them later, and I'm not in danger of having either of those Gaia planets. Actually, if they come up with an action of range 3, they would snipe one of those away from me. So I think I'm going to go ahead and start grabbing those. So I'm going to go 2 credits, an ore, and a QIC to make a Gaia planet habitable. I'm going to start by grabbing this Gaia planet. So I'll put a mine there, and I'll gain 4 victory points. I'm probably going to take the Gaia planets first this round, because I don't want to have them sniped away from me if I can avoid it. Plus, I'm set up that with another couple of building upgrades over here, I can probably form a federation. I'm a bit further away from doing it over there. Actually, would I be able to form a federation? Total value of 7. Okay, so yes, I could potentially form a couple federations. I was initially planning on making one big federation, but now that this connection is about to be made, I'm effectively cut off from that. But let's see what the Automa is doing here. The Automa is putting a mine down. Top scoring tile matters within range 2. This is what I was afraid of. Actually, no. They're not in danger of sniping this Gaia planet away from me. So within range 2, the transdim planets, for purposes of that, take 2 steps. So is there anything within range 2 that takes 1 step? I don't think so, but let me look. So from here, no. From here, no. From here, no. From here, no, no. No. That's not within range 2. So I think they're looking at a planet that takes 2 steps. Which would be, well, now they're looking for 2 steps, which is one of these transdim planets. Let's see, the next tiebreaker after that is closest to any of my planets, so that would be this planet where they're building. So they'll put a mine down there, gain 1 victory point. I can spend 1 victory point to charge 2 power, and I think I will. So I'll go down to 17 to charge 2 power. So that's in bowl 3, all ready to go. Then for my turn, I'm going to spend 2 more ore, actually 1 more ore, 2 credits, and a QIC. I'm going to go grab this Gaia planet while it's available to me for another 4 victory points. 1, 2, 3, 4. The Automa's next turn, taking a QIC action, 4 from the right. So they're blocking off gain 2 new power, and the Automa gets 3 victory points. 1, 2, 3. Looking at my next turn, okay, so I can't form. Actually, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to spend 3 credits, 1, 2, 3, and 2 ore to upgrade this mine into a trading station. I'm 1 power short of being able to form a federation out here, but I'm getting there. I also need 1 more building upgrade here to be able to form a federation out there, which I could probably get both of those this turn, but I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself there. Looking at the Automa's next turn, they're taking a faction action, building a mine within. I'll take their power action before I look into where they can build the mine. So within range 3, trying to crowd me in. Their first tiebreaker is within is closest to one of my planets. I think these are all within range 2 of me. Yeah. So shortest distance to one of my planets would be probably one of, like I said, one of these 3. Do they care about trying to give me the least power? It doesn't look like it. I think those are all transdim planets too. Actually, there's this one as well, which only takes them 1 step. Actually, they care about the closest distance first, which... Actually, that's still within 2. Actually, within range 3, and they're trying to get to one of my planets. That's within 2 of me, that's within 2 of me, that's within 2 of me, and they can reach it. Then requiring the fewest terraforming steps. So they've got a few within... They've got actually closest to one of me. Yeah, so all those within 2, and then the fewest terraforming steps is this black planet up here. So they'll gain 3 victory points, and I'll charge a power for free off of the mine. Let's see, so that's over there. That's over here. Looking at my turn, I can spend the 4 power to gain 2 knowledge, which will let me go up another track. Then for the Automa, they're about to hit their perpendicular, but they're not there yet. The Automa is trying to upgrade. Obviously, there are planetary institutes on the boards. They're looking to upgrade a mine to a trading station, which coming up from the bottom of the board, they've got this mine right here that they can upgrade to a trading station. They'll get 3 victory points for that. 1, 2, 3. I can spend 1 to charge 2 power, and I think I will. Alright, then for my turn, I'm going to spend the 4 knowledge to go up the knowledge track, which will let me charge another 3 power, so that'll move that into bowl 3. The Automa is now potentially passing since they're in their perpendicular section. And they are passing. That's actually kind of a relief. So they get 2 victory points, going up to 48. And they take this scoring this round booster. I'll rebuild their deck. And the Automa will remain the first player heading into round 6. One, two, three. Okay, I've got run of the board now for a little bit if I want it. And I could potentially set myself up with resources for next turn. Because next turn's all about taking terraforming steps. See, that would need 3 steps. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to start setting myself up. So I'm going to spend 4 power to gain 2 ore. Going up to 4. And then I'm going to spend... Do I want to spend 4 ore to gain 7 credits? I don't think I need to do that because I'm going to be gaining 7 on income anyway. I think what I'd rather do is make my terraforming steps a little bit cheaper since I'm going to need to be making a lot of them next round. So I'm going to spend 8 power to gain 3 more knowledge. I'll then spend that 4 knowledge to go up on the terraforming track. So now my steps only cost me two ore per. Technically, I actually could get to the 7 credits if I think I need it. But I think I'll be fine without it. So I am going to pass. The only question is, which round booster do I want? I think I want the... let's see, I'm going to be charging 8 power already. If I take the round booster, that gives me an extra 4. That means I would be able to move all of my power into bowl... I'd be able to get all of it into bowl 3, I think. So yeah, I think that's what we'll go with. So I think we'll take this booster. That one will go back. The Automata's deck's already been rebuilt. I'll return this round booster to the box. And then we're into into the last round of the game, where the goal is all about terraforming steps. On income phase, I will gain 7 credits, bringing me up to 13. 1 for knowledge, because I'm up on the knowledge track. I'm at 4 ore right now. 1, 2, 3, 4 ore, which will bring me up to 8. Then I'll charge a total of... Actually, if I gain the 1 power first, so gain 1, then there'll be 7 there, 7, 10. Yep, I'll be able to move, I should be able to move all of it into bowl. Actually, no, I won't be able to move it all. So if I charge the power first, actually if I gain 1, that would be 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, I wouldn't be able to move it all. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then gain a new 1 into bowl 1. And that should be everything for the income phase. So let's tip back up to the board. And the Autumn is our first player in the last round. So their first action, is going to be trying to upgrade mine to a trading station. So they're going to upgrade this mine to a trading station, getting 3 points for that, going 1, 2, 3, going up to 52. I can spend 1 to charge 2 power, which I will. So 1, 2. Then for my first action, let's see, that would take me 3 steps. This would take me 3 steps, which I could probably work with that if I spend my 4 knowledge to go up the terraforming track, which gives me 3 power for clearing another milestone, but more importantly, it lets me charge 3 more power. So now I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 16, 18, 20 power ready to go. The Automata's next action is a power QIC, 3 from the right and getting 3 victory points. So they're blocking off taking the power, taking a tactile 1, 2, 3. They're up to 55. I'm down at 24. I'm not sure that running the research tracks is really going to help me in this game, but we'll find out, won't we? I think, since we want terraforming steps, and now mine cost me 1. Problem is, I'm pretty much crowded in. Actually, I could come up here and reach this white planet, which I think I will do that. Actually, they should have had a satellite down here, which we'll put that there. Okay, so yeah, I'll spend the QIC cube, so I can make my range large enough to reach that. I'll spend 2 credits, or an ore and 2 credits to put this mine down here. Even though it's not using any steps, it's getting me in position where I will need some steps. And the Automa's next action is going to be to take a faction action. And their closest range to one of my planets is they're going to be crowding me in right here, which is kind of annoying, but it's not a big hindrance. And then they're taking a QIC action to gain 2 new power and gaining 3 victory points. 1, 2, 3. It's not terrible because I can definitely work around that. Let's see, it would be... And now I can form a federation over on... I can form a federation now on this side of the board. The only thing I don't like about that idea is if I start branching out here, then that won't be part of the federation. So I think what I'd better do here is I'd better grab this planet now before I get crowded in again. So it'll cost me 2 steps, which will be 1, 2, 3 ore, because I need 1 for the step as well. 2 credits, and I'll put a mine down here, and because I used 2 steps, I get 4 victory points. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which brings me up to 28. As for the Automa's next turn, this was their action card from last round, so it's their support card now. They're looking to build a mine. Top scoring tile matters, except it doesn't for them. Range 2 and directional selection. I don't think there's anything that takes... I don't think there's any... Oh yes, there is a brown planet in range of them. Which is actually this brown planet right here. Which is where I was looking for next. Which is unfortunate, but nothing I can do about that now. So that will give them 3 victory points. That brings them up to 61. Yeah, I don't think they're winning this one. I don't think I'm winning this one unless we get a minor miracle. Stranger things have happened, though. Let's see. What kind of stranger things do we want to do here, though? Well, I think what we'll start with is... And now I'm fresh out of QIC, but that's probably not a huge problem, because I can spend 4 power to gain 2 ore. That'll bring me up to 6. For the Automa's next turn, they are looking to upgrade. They've got a trading station now, so they're going to upgrade this mine to a trading station, which will give them 1 victory point. I'll spend 1 to charge 2 power. Let's see, then for my next action... I would need 1 more to get up to range 3. The question is, do I need that or not right now? Well, I think I might end up needing that, actually. I might end up needing range 3. So I'm going to spend 8 power to get 3 more knowledge. I'm going to have to try to get that leveled up in a hurry. As for the Automa, they are advancing on a track. So they're advancing up to level 4 on the terraforming track and get 1 victory point. Let's see, for me, I'm going to spend 4 power to get 2 knowledge. And then the Automa's already into their perpendicular section, so they're potentially claiming end of game at this point. And they are claiming end of game, so they get 6 victory points. 5, 6. They're up to 69 right now. I can move that. Start moving the Automa cards back to the box because their game is over. Now I need to see if I can make up this deficit, and this is a huge deficit, to put it mildly. So let's see what I can do with this. Yeah, I'm pretty much crowded in at this point. Actually, I think I can break out of this trap at this point. So 4 knowledge to go up to level 4 on navigation. So now my range is 3, which Does that really matter at this point? Probably not. What's going to matter more is when I spend 4 power, is when I next spend 4 power to gain 7 credits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Which I'll need I'll need 6 credits, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 2 ore to upgrade this mine to a trading station. And now we start forming federations. So now I can form 2 federations. I'll form this as a federation for 7 power, which will give me 2 satellites and 2 buildings and federations. Now, which token do I think I want here? I think for that one, I'll take the... What do I think I'm going to need here? Besides a miracle. Actually, I wonder... Could I start... I don't think I could start branching out and forming a 3rd federation up here. That would be... well... maybe. If I take this... I think I'll take the 7 victory points and 2 ore. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 2 ore. So that one's a thing. Then... let's go with... let's go with another 3 credits and 2 ore to upgrade this mine to a trading station because it's within 2 of this mine right here. And then I can form another federation right here, and I will. That will give me 2 more satellites, but 4 more buildings in the federation. 1, 2, 3, 4, because I've got this right here. Do I think I need ore again? I think ore is probably what I need here. Actually, let's see if I go... so if I go 1... I'm going to need 2 ore to get there. Then 1... then another 2. I would be 1 ore short. Yeah, I think I'd be 1 ore short, which is unfortunate, but no help for that at this point, especially since well, actually, no. And I would have needed to spend a total of 4 power tokens to be able to build those federations. I could take the other 2 ore. That would give me 6. Yeah, I think if I take that one if I take another 7 victory points and 2 ore. Actually, can I have more than 1 of the same federation token? It doesn't say anything about not being able to have a being able to have 1 federation token. Yeah, it looks like you can have It looks like you can have multiples of the same federation token, so that'll give me another 7 victory points, 2, 3, 6, 7, and 2 more ore. Which that'll be important because I'll need I'm going to change my battery out before I finish my turn. I'm kind of rambling a little bit, but there's a method to the madness. Basically, in my slightly insane ramblings, I'm looking to see if there's a way I can form a 3rd federation up at this part of the board. My initial thought was no, but there's a possibility. But I think I'm going to be at least 1 ore short of being able to do that. But let's go ahead and start setting things up. So since I've got a range of 3, I'll need 2 ore to get up here. So 1, 2. Because that's only 1 terraforming step away. Right? Yes. And 2 credits, which will let me put a mine down here. And I get 2 points because I needed 1 terraforming step there. Then I'll spend 1 ore and 2 credits going down to... Wait, I'm moving the wrong one. So that should be at 0. So I should be at, I believe, 6. I should be at 4 right now. To put another mine down here. Then I'm going to need 2... Nope, I won't be able to make it work. 3 credits and 2 ore would let me upgrade this mine to a trading station, and I would ultimately be just a little bit short of being able to build a 3rd federation. I'm going to be 2 power short. So I will have to pass here and claim end of game for myself. So let's go into end game scoring. The Automa definitely ran away with this one. So on the most structures and federations, for the solo game, you count the number of structures the Automa has, then subtract 1 from that to get the total number for them. They had 10, the dummy player started at 10. So the way you work with ties is you add the two levels together and divide by the number of players tied there. In this case, 18 plus 12 is 30. Divided by 2 is 15, so the Automa gets 15. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I get 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, going up to 44. Then looking at the number of satellites built, the Automa gets 12, I get 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. I get 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 96 to 55. I don't think I'm making that up on research tracks. But as far as the research track scoring is concerned, each victory point, or each 3, 4, or 5 you cross is worth 4 points. The Automa gets 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Going up to 104. I get a total of, I got 3s on terraforming, economy, and knowledge. And a 4 on navigation. So I get 20 points, which brings me from 55 to 75. And I would score 1 point for every 3 resources in any combination. But for every 3 resources, I would get 1 victory point because I had 1 of each left at the end of the game. So by a score of 104 to 76, I got my clock cleaned in this one. That will do it for this playthrough of Gaia Project. We're not done yet with this video, though, because we do have a small product unboxing to get into of a delivery that just came in yesterday. So I'm going to start cleaning this up, and then when we come back, we'll have that product unboxing for you. I got this box in from APA International yesterday. If you've seen some of the other stuff I've done on the channel around APA, you know that they're primarily a sports simulation company. So let's crack this open and see what we've got in here. I'm expecting this to be more stuff for some of the APA games that I've got in the collection. Cutting it open. Box is a little bit mangled, but not terribly. I can at least get into everything. We'll cut through that. We'll get the invoice out of shot. Okay. We'll close that carefully. That can actually hit the bin. And we'll start cracking this open to see what we've got in here. We've got all of the envelopes for, looks like we've got Boston University, Denver, Michigan Tech. What those are for is they're for this, which is the college hockey season for 2022 to 23. So it looks like it's the teams that made the NCAA tournament. I'll have to organize those. Actually, we'll crack this open so you can see what it looks like on the inside. So I need the knife open once again. And of course, it's all taped on all sides, which I'll have to slice here as well. So these are the hockey cards. You might remember these from when we featured Appa Hockey on the channel last month. But that's what we'll be looking at there. I can put those off to the side. Then going deeper into the box, we've got a bunch of Uline canned air, which I will... It actually seems mostly flat, but you can start working that down. Then we've got another set of, looks like the shakers for Appa Baseball. I don't know, I didn't think I'd like the Appa shaker, but it's actually kind of growing on me a little bit, especially with the smaller dices they use. But continuing into the box, we've got another set of envelopes. This one is for the 2004 season of Appa Baseball. We'll take a look at these cards as well. Oop. There we go. There we are. And this must be one of the extra players, but yeah, normally it's got a team indicator on the card. Let's see if there's... Oh, it might be toward the... It might be just on the... Okay, I think I see how they do it. Okay, yeah, so it looks like it's just on the... It looks like it's on the card down here, so I'm going to have to sort these out manually. No big surprise there. Preferably without mangling the card as I'm showing it off. But that's how it comes. That's how the college hockey came as well, so I'm going to have to sort both of those out individually. That'll be fun. The envelopes can go there. And then digging into the box further, we've got a bigger version of the Appa Pro Baseball rulebook, which is probably just bigger. It looks like it's just bigger versions of the same charts. I wasn't sure if I needed to get another set of charts to account for the base running, but it doesn't look like I do, actually. So I can put that off to the side. Then as we continue digging in, we've got the... Looks like we've got another chart with the tracking the outs, and a home run derby, chart, along with some extra craft paper, which I can probably use as a writing surface. Result numbers for a home run derby. Okay, cool. So that will do it for this video, this gameplay of Gaia Project and an impromptu Appa unboxing. Later this afternoon, we're going to be playing something else on the channel. I haven't decided completely what yet. Tomorrow morning, well, actually, let me look at the schedule, what I've got lined up for tomorrow morning at least. I'm looking on my phone for, here we go. All right, let's get into the right tab. Okay, tomorrow morning I've got a session of Interceptor Ace Volume 1 from Compass Games lined up. I'm also expecting to finish Mystical Munchies tomorrow with the dessert out of the Final Fantasy XIV Ultimate Cookbook, Papanazi, which is just donuts. Thank you for watching the video. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so you get my content. Be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll be back with more videos in the future. Until then, take care, everyone.